Okay, YouTube. Here's the video that maybe just some of you have been waiting on. And I promised that I would do. So now I'm here. I feel like, I hope I'm ready for this video because it gets pretty personal, but I feel like now is the time. And I feel like I should be speaking about my experience because why not? It's my experience and it happened to me. So this video is going to be the retiring at 30, my Army story. So let's kick this off from the beginning. So I joined the Army February of 2017. I was 26 years old. Going through some things, decided to join the Army. I wanted to use the Army as a stepping stone, so on and so forth, right? So I joined, and first things first, I want to point this out because this is something that really honestly fueled me while I was in basic training and while I was in AIT. When I told people that were in my circle that I was going to be joining the Army, a lot of people doubted me. They really doubted me. And you know what? That's really, really sad because you may not know what a person is capable of. You should never put anybody in a box. You should never stifle anyone, whether it be pertaining to their goals, ambitions, dreams, whatever. Why? Right? You know? So a lot of people doubted me. There were some people that doubted me and it fueled me. So basic training was basic training. I made it through. I will say it wasn't as bad as I thought it would. It wasn't as bad as I guess I thought it would have been. I wasn't extremely sad. I was more so ready to graduate. Like, I'm ready to graduate. I'm ready to, you know, get into the real Army. So I made it through basic training, made it through AIT. If anyone knows a little bit of my little story, is that I got recycled twice in AIT. And I really think that was supposed to happen because I met some people there that I'm still, well, I'll say at least two people that I'm still very, very close with. One of them don't talk with as much, but like, she's the bomb. I love her. The other one I'm still very, very close with. I talk to her like every day. So anyways, the second time, I won't speak about the first time. I'll just say I failed the test, so I got recycled. Second time, my daughter was in a very bad car accident. She was in a very bad car accident with her father, and so I had to take emergency leave, and I had to go see her. She turned out fine. So I got recycled twice, and those are the reasons why. So, moving along, I finally graduate AIT, and I go to my first duty station, which was Fort Hood, Texas, better known as Killeen, Texas. First duty station. So anytime you're arriving to a new base, you're going to go to reception for whatever it may be. So I was in reception, and reception is basically preparing you to get to your unit. So paperwork and all those things have to be in order. So I go to reception. As soon as I get to reception, they tell me your unit is deploying, rotational really. We were going to Germany. So I'm like, damn, I'm already going somewhere already. Like, I just got here 5 seconds ago and they already shipping me out to another country. That's crazy. So, but then that happened. It was the initial, I guess, like shock kind of, or surprise. And then I got like really, really excited. So after that, oh yeah, and this thing in my nose, if y'all can see it, is from my nose ring. It's not a booger. It's a piece to my nose ring. So don't y'all dare say it's a damn booger, because not. Anyways, I had to say that. So yeah, Get to my unit, my first unit. I have such a great experience. I meet so many great people. I meet so many specialists that are so knowledgeable. They have great personalities. They know what they're doing. They cool as fuck. Specialists and under specialists. The people that I work with was hella cool. Like all of them, the NCOs, I had great leadership. Like those people showed me what leadership, leading, and being able to, excuse me, being able to adapt to whatever situation. So they taught me a lot. Cool as hell. Great, right? So they said not all of your duty stations are the same, and they didn't lie. They didn't tell not one lie when they said that. Because, honey. So, get there. Everybody's great. I mesh well with everyone. And then we go to Germany. So we go to Germany in like, I think it was October. Because I think, I'm trying to remember if we were in Germany for Halloween. Oh gosh, I feel like I should know this, but I cannot remember right now. If anybody went to Germany with me and you're watching this video, what month did we go to Germany? Because I can't remember. But anyway, so we go to Germany either October or November of 2017. Get there is great. Crazy time, crazy experience. Cold as fuck. Loved it. Right? So we get back. Things progress. We start getting new leadership. Things start changing. And then eventually I PCS to Fort Bragg. I'm skipping over a lot of shit. Okay? Because some things happened at the tail end of my first station, where I was first stationed at. Some shit happened at the end with my leadership and stuff like that, and how they really like mistreated me. And it was really like what? Like I was so surprised because I wasn't used to that. So some things with some of my leadership happened at the tail end, and I was ready to go. So I left and I said, I want to go to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, to be closer to my family and friends, because I was way in Texas and all of my family and friends were here on the East Coast. So I was like, I'm ready to go, like ready to go. So get to Fort Bragg. Immediately, the vibes were 100% different. 100% different, you guys. I really felt like I did not mesh with the people that I worked with at all. I mean, at all. They were cool. They weren't super inviting, which is fine because we're not in high school. I'm a grown-ass woman, and by this time, I am 29. I believe I was 29 at the time. So I don't have to have besties at work or anything like that. I'm fine. I'm completely fine with me coming to work. I'm fine with that. But you know how it's just something, it's just off. It was like that. And I remember, you guys, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I had first got here in my last duty station. They really fucked me over with some things. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of stifled me with some things, and I really suffered because of that. Some things that were really not my fault. So anyways, I get there, and I was going through a lot personally in my personal life, mentally, that I didn't even realize. Not financially, hallelujah. Not financially, never financially. That was a blessing. But I was going through a lot in my personal life, and then work only added on to that. And I'm gonna talk about a specific situation because it's really like, it's kind of funny, so it adds a little bit of humor, but this was one of the things that really bothered me. And so I remember I had went to, what was that tour called? With Omarion, Bow Wow, Ashanti, Lloyd, all of them, Sammy, Was it the Scream 2020 tour? I think that's what it was called. I had went to that. I had went to one of the stops at that tour, and it was in, I don't know, was it Raleigh or somewhere? I can't remember. But I remember that day in particular. I wound up finding out like the day after I went to that tour that I had a hemorrhoid, right? So I go to sick call. I get my little, I think I got quarters or something maybe, but they gave me a little cream, whatever. Cream wasn't really working, wasn't really doing nothing. I was still in pain. And I had never gotten a hemorrhoid before. Like, that was my first time. I was like, what the fuck? So, come back. I guess they're like, well, you back. So, if you ain't got no profile for it, then nothing else really matters. They want to see that profile. Because if it's not on that profile, then nothing's wrong, obviously. Because they can feel what's going on with your body. You know? That's how I felt. And they can dictate what you can and can't do. That's how I felt. So I'm telling them, yeah, my profile may say this or that, but I'm telling y'all, I had proof that I went to the hospital for a hemorrhoid. And it hurt. And they try to get me to run like, I don't know, y'all, 4 miles at least. So I'm telling them, none of the other higher ups, NCOs, nobody stood up for me and said, you know what, you don't have to run. Like, you're in pain, you can walk. Running in this formation is not as important as your health or pain or whatever may be going on with your body. But girl, they just kept saying, well, you gotta run because the murder sergeant said so. Child, them people. So that's just one example. And from then on, it was like a snowball effect. Things at work, my NCOs were not all that great. There was one that came along and he really, really helped me out until the end, like, for real. And I will say there was maybe, you know, a few others there that, you know, I could tell really actually were doing their job as NCOs and within the leadership role. But yeah, I was spoiled at Fort Hood, okay? Spoiled, because I got here and I was like, what is this? What is this? Unorganized. I mean, just all types of stuff, you guys. So anyways, some time goes on and I have this big situation that happened to me. And because, like, I'm gonna tell y'all, around the time that I had first gotten here to Fort Bragg, my health was like deteriorating. I'm already a small girl, but I was going through so much that I lost so much weight. I think I was barely 100 pounds and I'm 5'4". That's underweight. So I had lost weight. I was so small. I was so stressed. I was lonely. My daughter wasn't here with me at the time. None of my family was here. No, I mean, it was just me here, and I did have a good friend here. But you know, when you're at home, you're by yourself. It's very lonely. I was very lonely, and I fell into a depression. I mean, really, I really fell into a depression. And if you weren't very close to me, you wouldn't have known. So not only was I going through things in my personal life, and my mental health was deteriorating, and as well as my physical health. I had to take a PT test, and that's when they had like the ACFT. You had to do like the diagnostic for the ACFT and try the ACFT. And with the ACFT, we know there are more events. Some people say that it's easier than the APFT, but APFT is cut and dry. Push up, sit up, run. ACFT, you doing all type of shit, okay? So, like I said, my health was very, very bad at the time. My physical health and my health just in general. And so I was doing, I think, the sprint drag carry. And you guys, I literally almost passed out. I'm dizzy. I'm shaking. I'm feeling like I can't see. Everything is foggy. Like, it was bad. So, I'm trying to tell people, girl, child, nobody cared. And I literally didn't know who anybody was. I didn't know where anything was. I knew no one. I had just gotten there. And I was like, you know, where's sit call? Where's sit call? They're like, over there Girl, get there, ain't nobody there. I'm a mess. My first sergeant wound up helping me, but